where's the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister? No,
Okay.
nobody.
Before we start, can we just present everyone himself, name and country? Do it fast and you start. Thanks.
It's a Klempel. A friend of Itzik and Chaim Asa, and head of a company named Isaac.
Hello, I'm Yosef Ben Chaput, playing for Israel.
Einat Wilf, playing for Israel.
Tzvi Magen, playing for Israel.
For Russia.
Sorry.
Vera Michelin playing for Russia.
Eyal Zisser, Iran, Syria, whoever.
All the bad guys.
Shimon Stein playing for Germany.
Kevin Lim playing for China.
Ofra Greiter playing for NATO.
Kieran Bogotra playing for the UK.
Chai Cohen playing for Turkey.
Pascal Buchner playing for Ayata.
I'm not playing.
Frédéric Douzet playing for France.
George Portugal from Portugal playing for Portugal.
Victor playing for Portugal. Yeah, Gonçalo Sousa playing for Portugal as well.
I'm also playing for Portugal.
Thank you, sir.
Chaim Asa, and waiting, not waiting, but will come here. Eitan Ben Eliyahu will be Prime Minister of Israel, and Itzik Ben Israel will. Can you open?
Okay. Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
United States guy. Hi, Eric.
Okay. Hello, my name is Eric Batberg, and I'm playing the U.S.
Yeah. He plays.
We made it.
United States. Okay. Eric, can you say again where are you coming? Where you are now? Washington. Where?
Yes.
And you, President of the United States.
Yes. So I am based in Washington, and I'm representing the U.S.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, we shall start by, I'll say a few words, and then Chaim will brief you on the methodology of the game. I mean, what expected of any group. And then Ilan is still going to give. Ilan is going to, where is Ilan? Then Ilan will say something which is technical but important, and then we shall start to play. Okay. Now, as you know, this game is arranged and done by a unit called SIMLAB in the what we call Yuval Ne'eman Workshop for Science, Technology, and Security at Tel Aviv University, which I lead in cooperation with the Cyber Center of Tel Aviv University, which I also lead, and in cooperation with the Center for Security, Science, and Technology, almost the same name, but this time in the Technion, is Professor Avi Marmur, who is here. And we have some international delegates playing. You heard Portugal, the US we will have through the video conference, and also England. This is, I think, game number 3 or 4. Number 4, since we started to do games like this in the Cyber Center with cooperation with SIMLAB, with Yuval Ne'eman workshop. And each one, some of you were there from day one. Each one looks different. Each one, because we played in a different place, and many times we adapt the way we are arranged and we arrange the groups, etc., to the kind of hall or rooms that we have. But the core is the same. The problem is, of course, something modern. We have this ISIS problem, but we will in this game we will be interested in ISIS through the looking glass of cybersecurity, not only the regular things that we hear every day about in the papers. And the goal for the research, these games are only a base for research done here at the university. The goal for the research is to learn something about international cooperation. International cooperation is something that we know for many years, but when we want to do something like this concerning cyber issues, it becomes more complicated. It's usually complicated anywhere, anytime, but it becomes more complicated. And so we want to add this dimension and to see what really can we learn from it. I think this is enough for introduction. We will talk during the game itself a few times, and we will summarize everything at the end of the game in what we call a conference that will be held too in this place. Chaim, now you for the briefing.
Okay, I talk mixed English and Hebrew. It's we call it Palestinian Hebrew. Okay, we have two sessions, two parts. One part will start in some minutes. This part will start after the news will be presented. You will see it and you hear it. This is the opening scenario. After this news will be something like 2 minutes. If someone didn't get or didn't understand what happened in this news, we can send papers. Every country, every state will go to its place, its whatever the room is here, and start react to the scenario and the events that will be sent to everyone. Every country will have its special events. It's not events for everyone. It will be events for Portugal, events for France, events for England, Germany, and so on, and Israel. Everyone. There will be some events that will be known by everyone. This will be presented on the screens all the time, dynamically. Now, we have two sessions. The first one is 2 parts. It will be something between 45 to 60 minutes, which present 24 hours. Again, let's say 60 minutes presents 24 hours, so every 10 minutes is 4 hours. Check me if I'm wrong. What?
Good math.
Every 10 minutes, 4 hours. After 60 minutes, we will have another assembly, a new assembly, another one, and every country will present its understandings, its whatever, in 3 or 4 minutes. This will take all this 45, 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and then we go to the second one. Second one, maybe we will go on with the same scenario, with the same clock. The same clock, and maybe we will create a new clock. We can jump 2 days forward, we can jump 2 years forward, we didn't understand. We will see. Okay? Now, all what you need to know about news, about events, about global events, and so on will be on the screens if it will work. We pray that it will work. If not, we will see what we do. Okay? Now, in 1 minute from now, Leo, we will have the news. I want to say that, as Professor Ben Israel said, this is a tool for research. We need to understand what states needs to do to do against what you will see in some minutes, and against what we call ISIS and other Islamic or whatever attacks, what they need to do between them, what kind of, let's say, collaborations they need to do, and so on. So, the players, when you go to your rooms, whatever, you can talk each other. You can talk with Secretary of NATO. Where is she? Here she is also EU. The EU guy is there, and NATO Secretary. You can talk each other. You can talk with the US President, and make decisions together, and so on with Germany. So I hope you understand everything. Okay? You any questions before we start? As we know, in the first 10, 20 minutes, there are a little bit, what we say in good English, a little balagan. You know what's balagan?
Balagan.
Mess. And I hope you will be all okay, and we will pass it. Okay. Yeah. One of the main facets in this game is management. The management team is us, me and Ben Israel and Professor Avi Marmor, who is saying he's not a player. We have a team of attacking team, which is, where is it?
Behind you, always.
Yeah, always. That is a problem. They are very bad guys, believe me, I know them, and cruel, and we hope we will do something against them. Any question you have, you can come to the management, ask questions, what happened, if you don't understand something, because, look, 10 minutes for 4 hours, 10 minutes for 4 hours, it runs quite, it's a high acceleration, and there can be a situation that you lose the whatever. So ask questions, and we will do what we can. Okay? Questions? No questions? Me? Okay. Now, Ilan?
Yes.
You are not Dutch. Come here a little for a moment. We need to explain you something about... No, not yet. We want to explain you something about
Yeah, I've been asked to give a couple, I have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So when we were writing, I'm Ilan, the red team with Jonathan. We're not really bad, we're mostly misunderstood. And when we were writing the scenarios, we came across a few different opinions, so we just thought we'd just say what is true, what we believe is true. So next slide. We want to thank all the USA and Europe, all the great countries there for giving us the tools to do our jobs. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we couldn't do it without you, seriously. And so far, no Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube hasn't been successful in stopping us from distributing our message and getting more people to work for us. And it's not getting any better. It's just getting worse because we're better at using those networks than those people. Next slide, please. Communication, which is very important. We started with WhatsApp. which is really hard to crack, and right, there's no actual solution available to crack it yet, and it's really working great for us. You know, everybody uses it. Housewives, you know, suicide bombers, all those people. And even more, we're using Telegram, which is even harder to crack. If you guys ever manage to crack WhatsApp, we'll just go over to Telegram, and that's it. You can't really listen to it. It's getting better at avoiding. It was graded against Russia, so it's pretty good. And everything else we need, we just go to Tor and we'll just buy it. Next slide. And also, if we need anything in the real world, and before we had to steal stuff or to make it, it was really tough to make all sorts of electronics and stuff. Now we just buy it for like $5. I do have examples of the stuff over at the red team table. And that's it. Next slide. And welcome to our world.
Thank you, Baghdadi. We can start.
Good evening. Paris police just announced a series of car accidents involving commercial trucks over the last hour, taking place throughout France. It has been reported that each incident involved the sudden overturning of commercial trucks on the road. The French National Cyber Bureau have confirmed that these attacks are likely to have been caused by a remote car hack. Thus far, the attacks have resulted in 19 deaths. According to French government sources, warnings from the terrorist group ISIS have been received over the last 2 weeks, stating that a Takfir Day is expected to take place tomorrow. And this just in, we have received updated information that a total of 34 trucks have been overturned. It has also been reported that in light of recent events, Portuguese security is on high alert in anticipation of a potential cyber-related terror attack. Meanwhile, ISIS released its latest propaganda video today where they urge people to take part in Takfir Day. The following statement comes directly from ISIS website.
People of the Caliphate, on the 5th of April, we will all rise to show the infidels our power. The true sons of the Prophet will act all over the world in prayer and action. You show your faith by knife or gun or computer or any way you can. We will strike deep in the heart of the kafir. You will sow the seeds of fear in Europe. We will all avenge our brothers by attacking the crusaders in their homes, in their work, in their cities, in their countries. You will start the golden age of the caliphate wherever you live. Beware, crusaders, the day of the kafir is upon you.
Without doubt, this video is directly related to cyber attacks taking place in Europe. Any attempt to receive a formal statement from NATO has failed thus far. And that wraps up our news coverage this hour. Thank you for watching, and stay with us.
So we started. Every state will go to its room. Prime Minister of Israel, you can stay a moment and we start the game.